Walk up in this bitch like, yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like, bitch, I'm really him, on God. Walking this bitch like, yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like, bitch, I'm really him, I'm the realest from my city, that's on my knee.
All right, Condor Cartel, we are back. Unfortunately, you're just stuck with Brogan and I. We know that, we wanted to be able to get something back out there for you guys. We've been out a couple weeks. Max has been out, but the show must go on. He's not that cool anyways. Right, Brogan?
Next man up mentality, D. That's how I'm approaching this whole thing. But we're just with you. We got the big dog in the house right here with us.
Don't play with me.
What up, baby?
Don't play with me.
And we back. And we back.
And we back.
And
Don't
we back,
ever disrespect me. Guys, we're back. And I'm just going to say this right now for the people at home watching and tuning in. Our boy CJ, obviously you guys, I had to bless you guys. I don't know if we got that on camera. We got some rush chains going on here for the whole family. We'll get them going. So we just want to put it out there. We're not around. Big shout out to Zoe, always coming through.
So,
I mean,
he did something.
He definitely did something.
So was your elf and you were Santa. Just blessing.
Come on, we're out here. But even more importantly, our boy CJ, my agent.
Goat.
Guys, I mean, he's the GOAT. That's all that can be said. I got CJ a little present. Got him a little present, a little something. So I'm gonna FaceTime him and let's see, because he texted me all weird and nervous earlier, saying I'm scared to open the box.
Yes.
So, yeah,
we're getting a live reaction, is what you're telling us right now.
Yeah, we're about to get CJ on the phone.
I might send him the link.
Hey, hold on.
Give him free rep.
Yet. So here we go. We got my agent CJ in the building. The GOAT of all goats.
What up?
This is perfect. You didn't open it yet, so
I didn't.
So we're ready for you. Let's see you open it. Live reaction.
Yes.
Yes. For all the people watching.
I just want to know how badly his insides are hurting at the moment right now. Just waiting.
Yeah. Let's watch him. Go to work. That bald head's not doing justice right here.
It's not. That's a chrome dome, baby, but we love you.
CJ didn't know that when he signed Max, he adopted us as well.
Yeah.
Best adoption I could ever have. I will say that. Okay?
You're damn
Let's
right.
go.
Yes.
We appreciate that.
Oh.
And look, you guys want to know the truth. The reason why I don't have any hair is because of freaking Max.
What people don't know is you were with him in the early days, and that's where you lost it.
Boy.
That's rough.
I don't know.
CJ,
All right, hold on, brother.
hey, it's the least I could do.
Does he know what it is already? That's the real question.
He has no clue.
I'm opening it right now. It's like Fort Knox in here.
Fort Knox.
Yes. Uh-oh.
Oh, my God.
Let's go.
He said, "Oh
Come
my
on.
God, bro."
Blast him.
Come on, bro. Seriously?
Let's go.
CJ,
Let's go.
talk to us.
Show us what you got, bro.
Hey, show me the Shador. Oh,
Yeah.
with the juke
Yeah.
and the fluted bezel. CJ, that goes with every outfit you rock. That bitch is clean.
I only rock one outfit, that's why.
Exactly. That bitch is blacked out. That's clean.
Hey, Max didn't want you rolling in any more agent meetings, trying to pick up players, big time guys without a role. He retired of the Apple Watch, so he thought you might deserve that. Look at him grinning back there, Santa. Look at him.
This man's 101.
You know this already. You know this already. I do this from my heart without getting super emotional. I love you to death. You never have to give me anything. You give me more than enough, and 10 times over. But your graciousness, your thoughtfulness, your kindness, your generosity, I think there's something about you that a lot of people don't know. And not that this represents that. You do a lot more for a lot of other people that need way more than I do. But the fact that you just, thought of me means the world, bro. I owe you everything. I give my life for you, bro.
Hey, it goes both ways, bro. We're locked in for life. It's the least I could do, bro. And all the shit that we've been through is legendary. We're going to write a full blown movie script and book and all that one day. But I love you, bro. Best New York Times bestseller. But I love you, bro. I'm happy.
I can't believe you maybe open this on the podcast.
Come on, bro.
We had to.
It's necessary. It's the least we can do, bro. You're the best agent in the world, best human, literally, that I know. I could go on and on, but I love you, bro. I'm glad. And you're going to get your swag up. Now you got the Rolly to match. I'm like, I need something I need the black, you know what I mean? We've talked about this before. You keep it really simple, but you just need a little statement piece. Now you got it. So,
bro, I love you to death, brother. So I can wear this with my Skulls hoodie that
you could leave the Skulls hoodie. I don't know,
He did something with it.
What is that, a famous hoodie?
Yeah.
love you, brother. I mean, you already know that, and you got not just a bunch of really loyal, dedicated soldiers with me and our team and Brogan and DT, but you got a nation, literally a nation behind you that loves you and will go to war for you. So whatever you need from me, I got you, brother. This
Hell yeah.
I'll ever wear it. I'll probably put it on like a mantle or something.
No, you're wearing that motherfucker.
That's every day,
I'm
CJ.
forcing you to wear it.
That's to the
Every
gym.
day.
You just had to wear it around me, and I'll be happy.
All right, that's the best. I love you.
All right, I love you, brother.
All right, I'll talk to you later, boss.
All right, peace. Boom. Let's do
What a go. Let's give a quick round of applause for
Dude,
that.
the Christmas spirit is really definitely up there
I
now.
love that. God, it makes me happy. That's honestly my favorite thing is giving gifts for people. It's my my love language, some would say. So, yeah, that's awesome. I know CJ appreciates it, and he's like, you guys love him to death.
Yeah.
But that dude has legitimately been there since day one. I mean, from the jump, when I was at Eastern, I met with CAA and a lot of different agencies and shit like that. And when he came, I knew immediately. Me and Rachel looked at each other, were like, he's the one. Because since day one, like, y'all know me, like I'm the same person. Like I'm telling you, bro, like I'm about to be the one. The people don't understand like what I'm about to do. And like, I'm talking like that. And he thought I was like crazy, but he believed in it. And he's like, listen, this is what we're going to do. This is a game plan. There was no like, well, maybe you should go back to school and then he was like, no, we're all in. Like, and those are the people I want around me. You know what I mean? People that have the same vision and belief that I do. And without that, I wouldn't be here. So you guys know that's why I with y'all so heavy, because you guys think the same way. And CJ's the same way, bro. He's deeper than family. That's really the OG of all OGs, but he's like a brother at the same time. So that's just dope. Just dope. I know he's geeked.
What?
He's
Yeah.
over there
Siege.
cheesing hard. I'm glad that you get to see that interaction, though, because agents get this big negative persona and perception of them, and CJ is a one-of-one human being. We always talk about him and mention him on here, but he didn't have to put up with Brogan and I and like take us in the way he does, but he is one-of-one. So we're blessed. You're blessed to have him in his corner, and we're blessed to know him as well. I'm happy for him.
100%.
Dude, that is such a big thing. Even outside of the relationship, which obviously you both hit on, finding the right guy as your agent from the jump like that is rare. So it's so awesome that you did, because so many guys go searching and so many things go wrong, whether that's contracts, whether that's them acting up and don't have someone to keep them in check or whatever it is, man. And having that in your corner is a big blessing, honestly.
Bro, what? It's a huge piece to everything. And that's the thing. Usually in an agent, people just think business. Mm-hmm. And it's so much more than that with CJ. Like, obviously, business-wise, like, he's obviously the number one guy when it comes to my, contract shit like that. But not even just that business. Like, everything I got going on from, off the field and, the Papa John's deal, like all these big things that I'm doing, it's like I want him to be a part of it because I trust his judgment so much and he doesn't fuck around, you know what I mean? And he protects me like I'm his own son, you know what I mean? It's like, so it's dope as, he's a one-of-one, bro. So big shout out to CJ. We can go on and on. This could be the CJ segment, but we love
and
that.
the countless amount of things that he does for this podcast. Seriously, people don't even know. It's behind closed doors. the opportunities he's pulled us into, along with Max himself. I mean, so many guys pulling double duties around here, and that is just, I mean, beyond grateful we are, I know, for that aspect of it, but even greater just to have him in our lives from an extended, hand from you, Max. So it's awesome. And, man, let's all get more CJs in our life, huh? That's about the only thing I can say.
I don't know if we can look for them.
Yeah, you can't they don't just fall off trees. You gotta, they're very unique. There's not many people like that out there. And that's the thing too. Like, if you're a player, when it comes to your contracts and you're talking about agencies and don't do what everybody, don't just follow the crowd, follow your heart and your mind. You know what I mean? That's how you find the best person. Everybody's different, and you got to find the right person for you. You know what I mean? The big, obviously Wasserman's a big agency, but like CJ specifically made too much sense for me. And obviously Doug, who helps as well, is great. But like, that shit's important, bro, because that's your money. That's your future. That's you work so hard to get to this point. You don't want your money to be fucked up or have somebody that doesn't fully have your back and look out for you. It's really important. So when you're hiring your agents, all the young guys out there, or if you're a veteran in the league looking for an agent, I would definitely call CJ. But also you got to find the right person for you. 100%.
It is the holidays, time of giving, so I am giving you free game, free of charge here. Fellas, I know you don't want to be no average Joe. You want to stick out with the competition. Look no further than today's sponsor, Rose Spark. Rose Sparks are a game changer for you guys who want extra help in the bedroom. Like I said, they're a 2-in-1 prescription treatment that contains the same ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. Obviously, 2 powerhouse treatments. It's just not the ingredients in a medication that matters, though. It's how you fellas are taking it. Okay? And that's why Rose Sparks designed to dissolve under your tongue so the medicine hits your bloodstream faster than old school pills. Once they dissolve, they work in about 15 minutes on average. So Rose Sparks keep you present with your partner instead of waiting for a pill to work. So no falling asleep on the job. Plus, the active ingredient in Cialis lasts in the system for up to 36 hours. So when the mood is right, you'll be ready without another dose. You heard it, Ben. One-stop shop with Rose Spark. It is right. It is true. And Rose Spark will game change you and your fiance, your significant other, your spouse, your better half, whatever it may be. Signing up is super convenient. Roe connects guys with a Roe-affiliated medical provider 100% online, so you don't have to waste time in waiting rooms. If approved, Rose Sparks treatment ships directly to your door. Head to ro.co/therush to connect with the provider. If prescribed, new sexual health patient gets $15 off Sparks on a reoccurring plan. It's time to rise the occasion, boys. That's ro.co/therush. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off Sparks on a reoccurring plan. And enjoy this episode.
Man, it's good to be back, boys.
It is.
We're back. Well, I know we're probably 10 minutes in, but we took the little intro. Give us an intro. Give us an update. How the f*** are you doing? I know you've been through a lot. We've taken a couple weeks off. You got a lot of making up to do. So start talking, buddy.
Here we go. Bro. It's been a journey. I'm 6 days post surgery. So things are going well. I'm definitely in a lot of pain. I mean, it's a mother, but I'm doing better and better every day, which is great. You're
in a cast, right, Max?
Yeah, I'm in a soft cast right now. Got to wear this for the next couple of weeks, and I can't walk. I'm not weight bearing for 4 weeks, so it's a mother. I got my scooter. My scooter's over here just chilling. Might get some new paint jobs, some new rims. We'll see what we're gonna do with it. But
get some Jordan stickers on there.
It can't be
I
normal.
might put like some spinners on it or some shit. We'll see.
So before we talk about the future, we didn't get to talk after the game and like what had happened and the injury and all of those things. So let's take us back to right after that game or even during the game. What happened and how did we get to where you're at right now?
Yeah. So it was like either the beginning of the fourth quarter or the end of the third. They ran a little trap play. Their guard came running out and last second nosedive in the side of my leg. and my cleat got stuck in the ground. And it was similar to Baltimore. Like Baltimore, I kind of got in some bodies around and my foot got stuck and I got rolled up pretty bad. And that's how I got the first high ankle. And it was like a grade 2, and then it was a bad grade 2. And all year, it was just like, okay, I've got to let it scar in, and we're going to try to get back as fast as I can. And like, I missed one game, you know what I mean? I played in Carolina the next week after I did it, and I was in a boot. And it was shitty, you know what I mean? It's like, there's certain positions you could go out there and play, I mean, with the high ankle, but there's also like, it's different. Like I'm out there on the edge, like setting an edge versus a 300-pound guy. And like, I got to be able to turn and get low and sit. And that was affecting me, which is shitty, but we fought our way back. We missed one game. We went to Denver and everyone's like, don't play. And I went out there and had 2 sacks, and you know what I mean? I fought through it for basically the duration of the season. I didn't realize until after the Tampa game, after I got rolled up again, that I heard it even worse. I mean, I tore my deltoid. I tore 3 different things I had to get fixed, 3 different ligaments and tears and bone spurs, all type of shit in my ankle. So it was, I mean, fucked up pretty badly, to say the least. And I had to go get it. The doctors came in and were like, listen, like you need to get surgery, or, you could be looking at something that could affect you in the, future. And I'm not with that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to risk that at all. I'm in my prime. You know what I mean? I'm young. And as bad as I want to play, and I could have possibly played, but if I got a bad wheel, I'm out there playing, you know what I mean? Risking it for, nothing basically. Which obviously, like, of course I want to play. I don't miss games, you know what I mean? But like when you start talking about this could affect you in the future, I got to make a decision, you know what I mean? So, couldn't do that. Got the surgery, went to Dr. Anderson, big shout out to Dr. Anderson, best ankle dude in the planet, literally on the planet, out there in Charlotte. So I went out there with Rach and CJ, got it all done and fixed up. And I got to watch the playoff, or not the playoff game, the Monday night game versus Atlanta. I got surgery the next day, and then I was out there for a couple days recovering. Then I'm back here now, back in Vegas. So it's baby steps. You know what I mean? The first 2 weeks I really can't do much. I can't sweat. It's like, it's going crazy.
How weird is it to not be active right now for you? Like to actually just chill?
I don't like it at all. I mean, it sucks. But at the same time, it's like, shit happens and God works in mysterious ways, and like I believe shit happens for a reason, and that's my mindset. Like I truly, you never know what can happen, and like I felt that what they found, like that cartilage being torn in the back that they couldn't even like see on an X-ray. That was I couldn't jump during the year. Like I couldn't jump up off the ground. It felt like I was just stabbing through my ankle, like little shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, and you never know what that could lead to. And it could have got worse and worse and worse. And like, you just never know. So for me, I'm looking at it as a blessing in disguise. At the end of the day, like I did everything I could, as banged up as I was all year. Like I still found a way to be at the top of TFL's top 5 in pressures again. Like I was finally like feeling like myself again, and then abruptly end. So that's the nature of the beast. And at the end of the day, like I said, shit happens for a reason. So we'll be back. We'll be back flying in no time. It'll be a 4-month recovery. I'm looking forward to it. I'm attacking like everything else. And I'm excited to go into this year 7. It's crazy, bro. I'm going into my 7th year in the league already, which is wild.
Old ass man.
And only 27. That is what
I know.
When everyone's like, what year is Max? I'm like, he's in his 6th year. And they're like, oh, so, and they think you're like 30. I'm like, oh,
I know. Bro, people say that all the time. I'm like, are you trying to diss me or something? You think I look old? I'm like, wait, I'm like low-key a seasoned vet, but I'm young. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'm going into my 7th year. I'm 27 years old, but that's what people don't understand. Like when I came in the league, I was 20 years old. Like when I first got in, like I had my birthday and then the season started. So I like just turned 21 right before we started my rookie year. So, I think that was honestly another thing looking back, like another credit to CJ. That was a huge deal. You know what I mean? Me leaving early was probably the best thing to ever happen. And like, I felt that in my soul. I don't know what it was. Like, I was so ready to go, like, with all due respect, everything going on at Eastern, like, I just knew like it was time to go. You know what I mean? And I was ready, and I maxed out everything I could do there. And I had no doubt, like, there was nothing that was going to tell me I'm not leaving. You know what I mean? It's like weird. Like, the universe speaks to you, bro. And like, I was ready. And then all of a sudden I leave. I knew what I was going to do at the combine, everything, and it worked out the way it's supposed to. And then next year, COVID hits, and the whole world shut down. I wouldn't even have been able to do combine. I wouldn't have been able to do any of that. I would have been like, literally, I would have been. And that just shows you like God has a plan. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, like, you gotta believe. Like, I truly follow my, like, obviously you got to think, like, but I truly, like, if I'm feeling something in my soul, like, I'm gonna do it. And I feel like just energy and the world speaks to you in different ways, and you got to believe it and trust in it. And you can't hesitate. Once you make your decision, is boom, I'm guns blazing. You know what I mean? There's no looking back. So yeah, it's crazy how that shit works out. But yeah, bro, going into year 7 now, I'm excited. There's so much that's about to transpire in the next, this off season. And there's a lot of shit that's got to be, figured out. So I'm excited, bro. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I really quick, while we're on your leg and with the play that happened, before we move on, do you feel like, Max, with like now modern day offensive linemen, they're so much bigger, they're so much more athletic, their technique is so much better, they're technicians basically out there. But do you feel like there should be a rule about cut blocking for linemen heading into the 2025 year? Is that a rule change that you could see happening? They're always protecting the quarterback. What about you guys in the trenches? Or do you feel like that's just the way the game's played?
I just feel like, first of all, I think it's if you're chop blocking. I'm gonna just be real. Like, if you're a grown ass man, you're supposed to be able to block. If you're diving at my knees, you know what I mean? It's just, I truly believe that. And if they have a problem with that, I really don't give a. So I think at the end of the day, if you're in front of somebody, like if you're truly in front of somebody, and I could see you, then it is what it is. I still think you're, but I think it's reasonable. You know what I mean? Sure. Like, okay, there's part of plays, it's a little change up. I get it. If you're coming from the side, I swear it's a rule. I'm almost sure it's a rule, because that's how I got hurt. I mean, the dude, I'm coming in from the side, and he nosedives to the side. He could have blew out and shattered my leg and tore everything up. If I wasn't flexible and stretch every night and do what I do, like, I really could have snapped my leg in half and tore everything in my knee. Yes. Like, y'all saw the clip. You know what I mean? It's like chop blocking somebody from the side should not be a thing at all. It's the same thing. We get thrown 15-yard penalties if we go anywhere near the quarterback's legs, but we're 260 pounds and we have 330-pound guys nosediving at your knees. Mm-hmm. That should not be a thing. That's putting us at danger. And if you look at the game, shit, I'm gonna just be real. Like, look at the top guy. Like, I know we're not quarterbacks. The quarterbacks, obviously, they're gonna be holding a different standard. But like, shit, me, TJ, Miles, you know what I mean? Miles, Micah, that hurts the game too if we're not on the field. You know what I mean? It's like you know what I mean? It's like, so protect us as well. It's like, we're not bitching. We're not soft because we don't want to get our knees blown out from the side. Like, that's just cheap as shit to me. It doesn't make any sense. So I seen literally the day after it happened to me, I seen them talking about the shit on ESPN. I'm like, maybe there would be a change. I don't know if that's because of me or because of tapping other guys, but like, it doesn't make sense. It's not a football play to me. I don't understand that.
Plus, it takes the good product off the field, and ultimately, that's what the NFL is. It's entertaining. It's entertainment at its finest, really. It's the juggernaut of it all. And if they want their best players, their best product on the field, they're just like you said, outside of quarterback, in tackle, really, you guys are the highest paid guys, along with the receivers and stuff like that. So they got to protect everybody if they're going to be hyper focused on protecting the quarterback. You know what I mean? The game's evolving. Everyone's faster, stronger. Now, we don't want two-hand touch. We know that for sure. But like you said, you can have a visual on this. Sure, because sometimes it's strategic. Darren, you could probably speak to cut blocking better than any of us, but like sometimes it's strategic to go for a cut block. Maybe it's a screenplay for you to get your hands down or whatever the fact may be. So I agree. But even on that play when you got hurt, Max, and correct me if I'm wrong, you weren't really going in to make the play or anything. You're kind of just standing there a little bit, not in no man's land, but like there was no need for him to do what he did is my point.
100%. It's a backside of a play, and he's nose diving in the side of my leg. Like, and you're 300 plus pounds. Like, that's just weak to me. I don't know. It is what it is. Like, his coach told him to do it, then I'm not mad at him for that. But at the end of the day, it's bullshit. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. The highest paid players are quarterbacks, DNs, edge rushers, whatever you want to say, and receivers, and then offensive, and then O tackles. And so, what do they do for the quarterbacks? You can't hardly touch them. What do they do for the receivers? You can't hit them. So it's not like, we're the most physical motherfuckers on the field, but all you have to do is just say, okay, if they're not or if you're not coming at them from square up, you can't go and chop their knees in half. That doesn't, you know what I mean? It's like, it's simple. It's not like some crazy request. So I just feel like that's something that should be looked at. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's not a football play.
I agree.
Especially if it was backside. Right?
Yeah,
like he was gap hinging essentially, and he just cut you when there was no, like, if you make the tackle, you're making it 4 yards, 5 yards up the field. But if it's like a bucket, like, granted, you have to be realistic and say defensive linemen are more athletic than offensive linemen. So that's a way to try and even the playing field if it's a front side block and it's like a one step, get the hands down quick kind of a thing. But not when you're in a full sprint running and then you're basically doing like a swipe cut block. Like you're running counter and you're not kicking the end out, you're cutting them. Like that that shouldn't be allowed.
Plus, D, you could argue that the front seven for a football team is equally as important as having a great quarterback. I don't care what anybody says. You win games led by your offensive line and your D lineman. If you're drafting as a GM, make sure you have those pieces.
Yep.
Because it won't matter who you have back there. It won't matter if you can't rush the quarterback. It will not matter if your front seven is not taken care of. So you might as well take care of those players in the product at the same time, honestly.
100%.
Spot on. And that's why you see a lot of these young quarterbacks getting in trouble quick because they think the answer is let's draft this quarterback, but you haven't built a team around him to protect him or even allow him to develop. He's already going to be fragile.
Yeah,
100%. The only elite of elite could do it. You know what I mean? But like you win in the trenches. Period. You know what I mean? Obviously, the quarterback's I think the most important position. But if you don't have an O line and D line, you ain't gonna win. You're not gonna win.
Nope.
If you think about like the rebuild, like I always go back to what the Lions did. Like they built themselves a fantastic offensive line, and and then they put the running backs in the backfield behind them to be able to be successful at a young age.
100%.
So there's no surprise why they're finding success on the ground.
Yeah, they paid Decker. They paid Decker at tackle. They drafted Sewell. They got the interior guys are all solid.
Yep.
They got what's his name? Then on D line, they draft Aiden, number 2 overall.
McNeil.
They bring in McNeil. He's $100 million D tackle.
Yeah.
They bring in Zadarius. They got, you know what I mean? It's like, look at San Fran, how they always went out runs. They drafted Bosa. They paid Trent Williams. They got, you know what I mean? It's like that. Obviously, quarterback's the number one most important, I think, in my opinion, the most important position. But like, if you're soft in the trenches, you're going to struggle. And look what the Chiefs did when they lost to the Bucs. They went out and put all their money into O-line because they got murdered up front.
Yep.
They got murdered, and they went and paid Joe Tooney.
They got
Brought in Orlando Brown. They brought, you know what I mean? It's like that's the formula. If you got an O-line and D-line quarterback, you're going to have a chance for sure.
100%.
This one goes to all of my adults out there who keep getting asked, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want to wear? Look no further than our friends at True Classic. True Classic is a premium online store that fits right. It's not too big and it's not too tight. They're versatile enough for everything on the agenda this fall.
Darian, if you're looking for the best-selling T-shirts, hoodies, jeans, and more in a 3, 6, and 9-pack, wow, that's a hell of a combo right there, and you'd be missing out. And if you don't want to break the bank for some premium products, you're getting it at an affordable price here at True Classic. Okay, and the best part is the shirts that define your best features, snug in the arms and the chest with just right amount of room in the midsection, moisture wicking, quick dry, and odor control. True Classic's ultra comfortable, perfect fitting essentials make for the perfect gift for the men in your life. Darian, you don't have to listen to me. Just look at the numbers. It's trusted by over 4 million customers and 200,000 plus reviews.
The holidays are here, and True Classics ultra comfortable, perfect fitting essentials make a perfect gift for you and the gentlemen in your lives. So if you're ready to upgrade your closet, shop now and unlock big savings during their huge holiday sale. Just go to the exclusive link at trueclassic.com/therush to save. That's trueclassics.com/therush, THERUSH. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. End the year and the holiday with a cheer thanks to True Classic.
Well, shit, just like Kirk Cousins said, D, I like to kill the elephant, so we're just going to kill the elephant right now like he did with Michael Penix this last weekend. So if we're staying on the draft and talking about quarterbacks, we got to ask you, Max, because we keep it real. The Raiders dropping from number 2 in the draft to number 6 now with yesterday's win, which we were all rooting for, obviously. But can you just speak to how hard it is for a player that's banking on the future franchise to have a higher pick and still to want to win and go out there and put your best foot forward? Like, can you just speak to that because you live it?
As players, like, and everybody, the coaches, everyone puts in so much time to win. You know what I mean? Everyone's all in all year round. You work to win football games. So yeah, like, I totally understand. Like, I get it from the fan standpoint too, though. Like, you can't get mad because fans want the team to get the best pick possible, especially in this situation. Like, even though it's like, yeah, you guys, but at the same time, it's like, I get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
just be real. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? So I don't think, people are out there like, you're not a fan if you wanted, the high pick or whatever, this and that. I'm like, I mean, they want to win. You know what I mean? They're fans. They want to win. They want the best chance to win. So, like, I get it at the same time. So I don't know. Everyone's always going to have an opinion and things like that. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, it's just part of the business. I mean, you can't really control that. I know the guys every single time, like, you watch our guys, they're flying around and playing the way they should be playing. And we found a way to win. So at the end of the day, like, you're never going to please everybody. And especially in a year like this, like, it's just been one thing after another. It's just like, I feel like the fans, it was like the final, like, the fans freaking out. And I get it, bro. Like, it's honestly some of the memes and shit I see, bro.
Jared, what was that comment again that one lady put on there?
I can't help, but I was laughing, bro. I've been laughing for about 24 hours straight because this shit it's low-key hilarious.
It was creative. And the best is I sent you guys some of them, but I clicked on, like, the profile picture to, like, see who said this. And it was like some innocent lady who's talking about what she said. And I'm like, that's not what I expected. That's not who I expected to say it. But
I love it.
Yeah, that was something. But I know when we're talking about in the media, and even with the draft in the future, you were very, very outspoken early on. Like, this isn't a rebuild year for you. You want to win. You want to win now. And I think you doing what you've done this season shows that. Did you catch Myles Garrett's comments after he did have his 100th career sack? So shout out to Myles. That's a big accolade.
Shout out to Myles. Hell yeah.
Myles.
Did you catch his comments after the game about the Browns in the future in his tenure there?
Yeah, for sure. I had many people send it to me as well. For me, I think everything he said, like, I fully agree with. You know what I mean? I fully align with. Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm not gonna play the game forever. That's where it gets, you could ruffle some feathers and people are always gonna be like, oh, he wants out, or because I hear it all the time. People love to talk about me getting traded, and that's just the reality. Like, I've earned that right to be in, you know what I mean? If they're not talking about you, I'm doing something wrong. So, like, regardless, everyone's always got something to say about me, good or bad. So I get blamed for this season. I get blamed when it's everything, you know what I mean? But when it's good, it's like I'm the next coming of Jesus and I'm the greatest thing to ever walk the planet. You know what I mean? So it comes with both of it. But at the end of the day, I agree with what Myles said. Like, I'm on the same boat. Like, I want to win. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know there's a real plan and execution behind it. You know what I mean? It's like I put in way too much work, bro. And I get it from a front office standpoint and coaches standpoint. Like, well, this guy just be a football player and stop worrying about. I'm like, the people that have that opinion to say, and like, I don't I will never operate like that because you're not in my shoes, and you could never be in my shoes. So like, you don't understand what I do to even get on the field on Sundays, bro. Like, I've had 6 surgeries now. I've put everything into it. I train all year round. I sacrifice all the time in the world with my daughter, my family, with y'all, with everybody, 24/7. I like real isolation a lot of the time because I got to be up at 5 a.m. no matter if it's off. So y'all know how it is. Like, I put everything into it, and I've earned the right to say something. And I'm not sitting here saying I got all the answers or I'm 100% right about everything. But at the end of the day, like, my intentions are pure, and like, I want to win, and that's all that matters to me. And like, yeah, it's been tough. You know what I mean? It's been 6 years of inconsistency. You know what I mean? It's new coaches every other year, and this and this and that, and new teammates. And there's been plenty of times where I'm like, damn, like, this D line is cold. And then I come back and every single one of them's gone. You know what I mean? And it's like, what the you know what I mean? And then it just, there's on and on and on. There's a lot of things. So it's just like, it's tough, bro. Because I feel for Miles because he's in that same boat. Like, Miles is a future Hall of Famer, and he's a great player, and he's earned the right to say what he wants. And he's been in Cleveland and hasn't won, really. You know what I mean? I think we both made the playoffs. How many times? I think you would know, Darian. Have they made the playoffs since Miles
lost
lost
to the Chiefs?
I think twice, right?
Chiefs. Yeah.
And then the
lost
Texans
to
last year.
And then last year to the Texans, the team that the Browns built by trading away everything for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
So, 0 for 2 in the first round.
Same with the Rams with the Lions. They've helped them build their best team ever.
Yep.
Yeah, literally.
So he's 0 for 2.
Yeah. So that's the point. Like, he's been in the league for 8 years. He's been in the playoffs twice. I've been in the league for 6 years, and I've been in the playoffs once. Like, yeah, like, I want to be a part of something that is all about winning and all about football. You know what I mean? All about not the bullshit, not all the extra shit. Like, I just want to win. And yeah, I mean, there's, like I said, like, there's obviously a million conversations to be had. Like, it's no secret. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my contract situation, like, I have no more guaranteed money. There's a lot of different things. Like, obviously, you know, there's gonna be a lot of things that need to be talked about, and I'm looking forward to those conversations. So, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Like, I'm really looking forward to this offseason, the process, and I will say, like, on top of it, like, the Raider fans have been dope and I love them to death. Like, that's one thing through everything. Like, the fans have truly, since day one, like, embraced me and being in their corner. And I think it's been the dopest shit. Like, even with my injuries and all the shit, like, the support has been like the coolest shit ever. And so, yeah, there's so many different things that got to be talked about. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
Love that. That's a beautiful answer. And the best thing is we'll be able to give some live updates here for the Condor Cartel and everybody with the rush. So
yeah. Kind of get a little play-by-play in Max's journey here, you know?
Hell yeah. No doubt.
And don't listen to it if it's anywhere else other than the Rush, because this is the number one source, straight from the cat's mouth.
Straight from the muscle.
Elon. Between all the gifts and gatherings, the holidays are a wonderful time of the year. Until you wake up and start feeling that credit hangover. Take the headache out of building credit fast with Kikoff, the #1 credit building app in the App Store. Their plans start at just $5 a month. There's no credit check, no hidden fees, and no interest. After the holidays comes New Year's. Do you know what New Year's means? New Year's resolutions. New year, new you. Maybe you're in the market to buy your first home. Maybe you're trying to buy your first duplex, first investment property. Credit suffering? Kikoff's here to save the day.
If your credit is under 600, you could jump like 28 points in your first month. Kikoff is a smart, legit credit hack with no catch, no credit check, no hidden fees, and 0 interest, Darian. It's simple. You make on-time payments, credit bureaus see good behavior, and your credit grows fast. Great behavior.
Start building credit immediately for only $1 your first month. You can build credit in your sleep with autopay. You never have to worry about missing a payment. Sign up in minutes from your phone. No credit check, cancel anytime. Kikoff, again, is the #1 credit building app out there. It has over 100,000 positive reviews on the App Store. I'll say it again, 100,000 positive reviews on the App Store, and 98%, shout out Max, are 5 stars. Worry less about your credit and enjoy the holidays more with Kikoff. For a limited time, get your first month free. Go to getkickoff.com/the rush today. Hurry for a month free of Kickoff without the C. Get KIKOFF.com/the rush. All right, let's get in and talk some. We've got a lot of football. Max, you've been laid up, you've been icing, you've been able to tune in just like
it's kind of been awesome
like us.
In a weird way, dude, to be able to talk Max during these games, kind of, right? Selfishly.
Yeah, it is. But God forbid you put the phone down. It's like, did your phone die? Where's D at?
Yeah, I'm worried about you. I now have time on my hands, so I'm fully dialed in. I don't miss a beat.
Dude, it was great. So let's start it off with college football. I know, let's say before, because there's a lot of things we can talk about, and there's a couple things I want to bring up. But first, talk to me about your thoughts on the NIL, the transfer portal. Before we even get into the college football playoffs, you have bowl games. You have all of these things that are going on. You got Penn State, who's playing their second-string quarterback, has to leave the team to go be able to, shout out Zenwater, go be able to get a roster spot through the transfer portal. Do you think that this is cannibalizing and ruining college football?
I want you to answer that, Darian, because you're on the collective for NIL right now at Eastern Michigan. You know how tough this is. And you get to speak from a perspective that's not these big schools, the rich getting richer. You're speaking from MAC Division I, an unbelievable conference, by the way, that has pushed so many great coaches to Power 5 schools and who have become legends, and also great players like Max, like Khalil Mack, like Ben Roethlisberger, and so many others. Mm-hmm. Now it's turning to like a Division I JUCO, so to speak, which breaks my heart. But I know you have insight to this, and I would love to hear your thoughts on it.
Ooh. All right. I think that and this is going to get real broad real quickly.
Yes.
I think as a society, it's no secret that we get softer and softer as more excuses and things of that nature. And it's very difficult to find people of our generation or younger who are okay with handling adversity head on. And I think that what's happening right now with this transfer portal and the NIL and all of these things is only just intensifying it tenfold. Because I didn't play as a true freshman. I got redshirted. I didn't get as many reps. Like when we had to play, it was work harder and fix it or go transfer, but you got to sit out a year, so it better be worth it. Yeah. Granted, like there is situations where I truly do believe people should have the ability to transfer. They should be able to leave. But now it's, hey, you had a decent year. Well, I'm gonna come poach you from your roster, and there's no such thing as building a program or a culture or anything.
And just to compete for a spot.
Yeah, you're a feeder program for a non-guaranteed spot at somewhere else that has a check. So in my opinion, I wouldn't be with you boys if we didn't stick it out for all 4 or 5 years at Eastern. Right, Max? I would have never known you, Brogan. We wouldn't have been roommates. Like we would not have a relationship. So I just feel bad for the opportunities that these kids are missing out on because they're chasing $1 now, and the experiences will far outpay them than this check will, because they're not even guaranteed to play.
100%, bro. And that's the thing on top of it too. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. Again, I just want to say that's the most important part is the struggle. Mm-hmm. That's how you build who the you are. That's how you get to. You know what I mean? It's as hard as it is to get to the NFL. If you get here, there's going to be nonstop adversity. You know what I mean? Nonstop. And if you're not geared for that, if you're not built for that, if you just look for the easy way out, you're going to be out of the league so fast you won't even know what the hit you. So I think that's the problem with this whole thing is like they're missing. And this is where it makes it up and hard because there's a lot of these kids that are inner city kids that don't have shit, are coming from nothing. So these teams and programs are just throwing money in front of their face. And what else are they supposed to do? You know what I mean? It's like, that's what makes it even harder. So it's like, I just wish that a full ride scholarship was more valued than, you know what I mean? Like when I came up, like having a full ride scholarship was a big deal, bro. Like,
yes.
You know what I mean? Like if I didn't have
Max, what's your best award you've ever won so far? You talk about it all the time.
My Scout Team Player of the Year.
Freshman year.
Scout Team Player of the Year. My freshman year as a redshirt. But like that shit is so real because a scholarship is valuable, bro. Getting a free education is a big deal. And I feel like nobody even gives a fuck about that anymore. It's just like trying to get fast money, which is, I mean, in the long run, okay, it's cool in the moment, but at the end of the day, like, you could be seriously affecting the rest of the money that you make the rest of your life. Like, that could be the difference in you getting a second contract in the NFL because you can't handle some heat when you get some shit thrown your way as a rookie or second year guy. You know what I mean? It's like, I look at it as an investment. Like, I was like, I get to go to school for free. Like, I wouldn't have been able to go to whatever school I wanted to out of high school. I didn't have the money like that. You know what I mean? So the scholarship was my way out, you know what I mean? To go and have an opportunity to go play. And it's like, I feel like that's not valued anymore. And it's like you said, Darian, like these kids, like, and it's not against these kids, like, it's the world, though. It's the world that's made it this way with how shit is nowadays. Everything's so soft that it's gonna cause a lot of issues, I feel like, in the long term. And that's why I just feel like that in general. Like, you're making an investment to yourself. Redshirting was one of the best things that ever happened to me, and it sucked and it was hard and I didn't want to do it, but at the end of the day, I was able to go out there against 2 NFL level tackles and go after them, and you too, Darian, and Brogan, and I was able to go against y'all, all great players, every day and make myself better and learn who I was as a player. Instead, nowadays, oh, you're not going to start me? All right, you. Well, this school is going to pay me $50,000 more, so I'm just going to leave. It's like, that's not how you get better.
You're just putting a Band-Aid over really what the problem is, because then you're going to go to another school, and when they don't play you, you're right back in that adverse situation, which is what you said, Max. It's honestly, it's from you watch. Everyone here, I'm pretty sure, has watched Aaron Rodgers' documentary, but he says that all good things and all successful things that happened to him happened after the ego of death, which is essentially him saying going through adverse situations, or when he was the backup at Cal. And that goes for all the kids too. Like, trust me, I tried transferring 3 or 4 times while I was at Eastern. Darian, you know, I was hell-bent on getting out of there. And then, thank God, battled through it. And we talked about this on the episode with Creighton, like being labeled as the king of adversity and going through those situations. I break my ankle in the last game, can't do things I want to do, but I've been there before. My mind automatically goes in like whatever mode that is, but it goes back to those times. It's like, bro, you've been through this. Now, how did you get through it? And it's same thing, Max, you've gone through each offseason with injuries, and you're like, you're building a callus in your brain essentially and becoming an ultimate warrior. Your shield is becoming unbreakable when you go through each one of these moments and you come out on top, because I promise to God, you will come out on top, bro. The sun will shine again every time.
The only time you lose when you quit, bro. And that's sort of the way I look at it. You quit, be like, I'm going to look for the easy way. You'll never recover from that. It becomes a habit. It really becomes a habit. And that's what people miss out on. And it's so true. The Aaron Rodgers doc was spot on about that. Like, all the adversities that he went through, all the adversities we went through, you know what I mean? All 3 of us have gone through a lot of shit, injuries, setbacks, ups and downs. I know personally, like this year, like, bro, I received death threats. I had a lot going on. You know what I mean? I went through all that, but I've refused to quit, bro. Like, I've been through hell and back, but I keep showing up. And when you do that, like you said, you build that callus, you build that armor. It's like, yeah, mother, like, try again. You know what I mean? Try again, mother. Like, it makes you even hungrier and puts a bigger chip on your shoulder, and you become unstoppable. You know what I mean? And that's it. These kids are building habits of looking for the easy way out. And you'll never succeed. I don't give a what age you are, where you're at. You look for the easy way out. You're never going to get what you want in life, period.
If there's any kids out there, or athletes, college athletes that are listening to this, the only thing that I can strictly just honest to God urge you to do,
don't pay your agent 20%.
Find somebody that can provide you some sort of financial literacy, because what they're doing is literally expediting the same process that they do in the NFL by giving people lump sums of money with no sort of literacy or understanding of what that money is. And then they're so confused, and they want to talk about why you go bankrupt. But because you can say if you're getting that money, it's your obligation to be able to learn, but you don't know what you don't know, right? And money, that is a very much of like a generational or a personally sought after form of intelligence. So it's like, go find out that you're going to have to pay taxes on all that money. You're going to have to pay your agent. You're going to have to do all these things. So the number that they're telling you is not what you're going to get in your pocket. And then you're not going to get that in one lump sum. Yep. So it's like, you got to look into this a lot more, and you're putting yourself behind the 8 ball. for your future. So I hope, and if you can change your family's life and you want to do it now, do it. Do it if it's what's best for you. But the vast majority of people, they would probably look back and regret the decisions that they made because they tried to chase a quick bag.
100%, bro. You're spot on with that shit. And that's so true too. Like you get a check. I'm gonna just put it out there. If you're a young guy watching this, if you get a check, let's say $20 million, cut it in half. First off, just cut it in half. That's the start. So think of 10. Then you got an agent, you got a marketing guy, you got let's say a bodywork guy, you got a trainer, you got bills, you got a car, how many cars you got a house payment, you got all this shit. You have to have every duck in a row or you're going to be fucked up. You know what I mean? Like we talk about all the time, like how important having that team. Like I talk about the team all the time. Like that has been like, I saw his video of Michael B. Jordan talking about it. I might have sent it to y'all, but I sent it like CJ, a couple of guys too in our circle. And like that, he was talking about like, he became obsessed with making his team strong as like all the people around him. And like, I look at it the same way. Like if you don't have a great financial advisor, a great lawyer, a great, across the board, like you can get up along the way. Like you have one chance and this window is not long. You know what I mean? If you play 10 years in the league, that is unbelievable. You know what I mean? There's some guys that play for 15, whatever, but like you play 3 years. That's the expected time in the league. And that money, you better know what the fuck you're doing with your money or you're going to fuck everything up because everything matters. Every detail and it's like anything, you know what I mean? You got to be dialed in on all the little shit. And you're a kid. These kids are coming into college. I went to college at 17. If you gave me $500,000 at 17, I don't know where that money would have been gone so fast. I don't know what the happened. I didn't know what a tax was. I didn't know what a state income tax was. I didn't know what a write-off was. I didn't know what any of that. I didn't no clue. You know what I mean? So like, if they're going to keep doing this with college, I'll just leave it at this. They got to establish a salary cap. So everybody has an even playing field. First off, They got to have set up financial advisors for these kids that come in immediately. And that should be the first course you take when you come in as a freshman on financial literacy and learn how to manage your money and how to budget and how to, put away certain money for this. And okay, if I save this amount or if I put this much in this, you know what I mean? Little shit like that. The kids need to know because I didn't know. I knew nothing about money until I got into the league. And here's $780,000 signing bonus. I look at my account and I had $330,000. I go, what the is going on? Like I'm freaking out. I'm in Oakland to get all my money taken. I'm like, wait, what? And I'm thinking I'm rich. You know what I mean? I'm like, shit, I signed my rookie year. I'm going to make $1.2 million. I've made it. And then I look, I'm like, this shit is cooked. I'm $300,000. What the happened? But literally, that's literally what it is. That's the reality. So like people need to understand. Like I was sitting here, Tomislav came over last night. He stopped by. He's something else. Yeah, he's something else. Give him a call.
Shout out Tommy. We know he's listening.
Great dude. But he's talking about like, so how much? He's like, so we're talking about money and shit. And I was just breaking it down like I'm breaking it down to y'all. Like I'm like, bro, you don't understand. Like because people don't understand what money is. Like most people don't have money like that. So it's important to educate these kids and get everybody on point because your money is, you don't have money if you're up financially, you can't support, nobody can support your wife, you can't support your family, you can't do what you want to do. So yeah, I think it's really important, but there's our money segment. I kind of like it. That was good.
We're here for the people.
Every week.
Oh, the TED
we
Talk,
really
baby.
are. We're here for the people. We're here for it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's bowl season. And if you're like me and Brogan, we want to see high quality football. We want to go to a bowl game that has a lot of tradition, and there's none like the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl. You got Ohio State matching up with Oregon again. We want to see what it looks like to be able to be there in person. So Brogan, I know that we were talking about looking at flights and going to see if Ohio State can, not lose twice to Oregon in the same year when it counts the most. And I found us 2 great tickets right in the end zone so we could see somebody cross that goal line, celebrate with everybody. $414 for the Game Time Super Deal. We're looking at row 1, section 12, and we got 2 seats right by each other.
All right, but the best part that I'm looking for when I go into Game Time is the all-in pricing. Toggling this feature shows the total up front with no surprise fees at checkout. And I know that bothers you more than anyone, D, when you get there and there's a hidden fee. So, and the other best part, the lowest price guaranteed, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. So not quite insurance when you're going over in that long flight all the way to Pasadena, but this gives that little warm, fuzzy feeling inside. They have 110% credit coming your way with the lowest price guarantee.
We're going to take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code THERUSH for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code THERUSH, THERUSH, for $20 off. Download Game Time today. And of course, Brogan, you know what I'm going to say. What time is it?
Game Time, baby. Come on.
But that being said, I think I can answer for everybody. I think bowl games now are on the drastic decline thanks to this transfer portal and all this shit. But let's talk about what jumped out to us for the college football playoffs. What did we think about round 1? What about these barn burners? Like, this is fantastic. What did we think?
I say we just move on to this week's matchup because Max already said it's trash. Ole Miss and Bama should have been in the college playoffs, no doubt. They would have gave way better games than what was going on. And quite frankly, the SEC teams need some more help because I love this because it's always been SEC's better than the Big Ten or SEC's better than everyone, blah, blah. Bring them boys down south, up north, Midwest when it's cold, real football, like we've been saying, not in a dome, down there in the Superdome or wherever the y'all want it or where it's been. Come up here and play some real ball.
Ooh,
and look what happened.
South Carolina, too.
Sit still.
Sit still. He's so
Real
fucking dumb.
Ohio State, belt the ass.
Finally,
ass.
hey, I was all in. Chips were all in. I had
that.
Ohio State jacket, like a hoodie on. I had invited all of my buddies who are Ohio State fans. Come on over. We'll cheer on this together.
Yeah.
Burned his Miami gear.
I need to win. I need your energy.
Thank God. They finally, like, this is the Ohio State team that they should be. They didn't have an identity crisis. They said, oh, we got some freaks on the outside. Let's, I don't know, maybe feed them. Let those just take the top off of them.
Yeah.
Come on.
What's
Next
his
week's
name?
going to be a shootout.
Gino's
he's
best receiver in
stupid.
college football as a freshman in general. He's the best.
He's ridiculous.
Stupid.
He's ridiculous, bro.
He's ridiculous. Well, they got a rematch in Pasadena in the Rose Bowl with Oregon. Only loss they had. I think the bye week can actually hurt a lot of these teams in college football. Who do you guys got?
We were out there for it, Brogan. We were out there for that last game.
Yep.
Hey. I'm going to say this, bro.
Well, here he goes. Max thinks he's going to have his moment back from the Michigan week. Look at him. He's gearing up.
Hey, I was talking this. We got some Buckeyes. Thayer Mumford. We got Tommy Eichenberg. These are some of my guys that I consult with, from the Buckeye land that we had some grief that I got to share after the Michigan game. And people had some thoughts. People were upset with me, and I really don't give a but I just want to say this. I truly seeing how they played almost made it more irritating. I talked to Brody about this too. We were reminiscing together, and it made it almost more irritating the way they lost to Michigan with how they performed versus Tennessee, because that's exactly who the team we've been seeing all year. Yes. And that's being a Buckeye fan. It's like, God, like this is what it is. You know what I mean? They have all the talent in the world. They got the quarterback. They got the best defense. Bro, stop getting in your own way and stick to what you do and you'll win. You know what I mean? And you could die on that sword. You know what I mean? Shit happens. But if you play it safe, like they did versus Michigan, you're going to lose. If you play not to lose, you will lose. And this Ohio State team, I like the way they responded, though. I will say that. I thought it was going to go one or two ways. I thought they were going to be just either defeated from the Michigan shit and it was going to go downhill, or they show up and respond, and they responded in a big way. So big shout out to the Bucks. But I will say this. I got one more thing I want to throw out there. I don't want to talk the whole time. These Penn State fans are ruthless. These Penn State fans, they've been coming after me. we released the clip on Penn State. These motherfuckers are ruthless, bro. I've been getting attacked left and right. This dude out here in Vegas, I've seen him. He's like a trainer out here in Vegas. I don't even know who he is. He like tagged me. He goes, yeah, you clown, and put like a clown emoji on the story. I go, who the f*** do you think you are, mother?
It's like, I'm a human. I see this shit.
Bro, yes, I think y'all saw it. He tagged our shit.
Yeah.
And we're talking about Penn State being a first-round exit. Sorry, they stepped up, so that's on me. I was wrong. I'll
They
gladly
beat
admit
SMU.
when I'm wrong, I will throw it out there.
That's the first step. That's the first step.
First step. So
Yep.
I do want them to lose, and I do think they will lose, and I can't wait for that to happen. But I will say this: these ruthless fans, bro. This guy, he's out here in Vegas. He's like some trainer or something. I'm not going to put it. I don't know, remember his name or whatever. But I don't respond to nobody. But for some reason, he put a clown on that shit, and I'm like, I'm just going to text him back. I responded to his story. Hey, you called me a clown because I thought they were going to lose. I said, you good? And put a question mark. Bro, I was like, I'm not taking this shit today. So I respond to him. He goes, yeah, but like he responded like a nice, funny way, and like he was really cordial and like trying to be funny. And I was like, I said, I hope you went there. And he's like, oh yeah, I was on the staff. And well, I said, okay. I said, just calm down or whatever. I don't know exactly what I said, but I was like, relax. He was losing his mind, bro. I was dying laughing though. This dude was ruthless. He's like calling me a clown and shit. I'm like, damn. I was like, I didn't even really say that much. It was more Brogan, you fuck.
It must have been Taylor Berry. That's probably who you were talking to.
Taylor Berry. It was, I don't even know who it was. It was some guy, but he was a trainer and he used to work out. He used to be on like the strength staff for Penn State. So he was on like a hell path, like a warpath going after Penn State doubters. And
they must have left on
there was
good
a lot of
terms.
them though. It's not just him. There was a whole crew of them. I'm getting messages. I'm getting comments. I'm like, I kind of like this.
The little fire.
I like the little fire. I'm like, you really never hear from a Penn State fan. Like, I don't know. Ever since, those times, you never really hear much about, Penn State fans. So it is what it is.
Hey, you have time for the next 4 weeks, so everybody better be ready. Or this guy's pumped. He talked a little shit, and now he's finally got to talk to Maxx Crosby. So honestly, nice strategy, buddy.
I'm surprised.
I applaud it. I personally applaud it.
I respect him for that. I'm like, I respect. I'm like, I gotta say something.
Little dirt ball.
But I
was
respect.
But that being said, who's winning this game?
Who is the next matchup now?
I have Ohio State, Oregon. I got cornered. I need to know your answer.
Ohio State, 100%. It's going to be a legendary game. It's going to be all-time classic.
I think so. Too.
Brogan, you ready for this?
Yeah. You going the Ducks?
I'm going to go against everything that I know and I love. And this is, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to be betting on the Ohio State guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, wait till you hear his reasoning. You're not going to say yeah, probably. Why?
You can't tell me that Ohio State is ranked, what are they, number 8 in this whole bracket?
Yeah, they shouldn't be.
They're going out to the West Coast, to the Rose Bowl. Oregon had a first-round bye. They're number 1 in the country, undefeated, and they're underdogs.
Yeah.
That's trappy.
Yeah, walk in your trap, take over your trap, D. That's what they're going to do. And I
gotta
hate
go with the
that,
Buckeyes, but they were my national champion. Oregon was my national champion, and Vegas just threw me for a loop.
It's funny you say the word national champion because I hate my core for this, but I got the Buckeyes winning the whole thing.
I do too, bro.
This is such a terrible situation.
I hated saying it.
I'm with you. I really am. If they play the way that they did last week, they will win this. They will win this whole thing.
I agree.
Will Howard has to be able to dice. Their defensive line, they had Sawyer, they had 44. They were getting pressure. They weren't playing passive. They had their ears pinned back. They were getting upfield. They were getting some sacks. Yeah. I mean, that was cool. That was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they played great, bro. They played great.
When they're worried about someone planting a flag on their field, they come ready to play ahead of time. When they're proactively getting ready to not let them do that, they're a good team.
Yeah, but it's still soft as that they tried to make that a felony.
Yeah, that's got to be like some higher ups that did that. You can't put that on the players.
No, it's like the governor of Cincinnati getting involved between the Chiefs and the Bengals. He really f***ed that up. But anyways, Georgia barely favored against the Catholics. Notre Dame. That's kind of insane, huh?
Carson Beck got announced. He's out for the season. Has to get surgery.
Yeah,
they crass. No offense.
That freshman he's out cold. Well, out more cold than back. Yeah, give me
I think it's a good thing for them.
That's what I'm saying. Give us a zoom. That freshman's better than Beck. But he's also a freshman and could get exposed out there for this first game in Notre Dame.
Notre Dame did look good, but I'm still rolling the Dogs. I have to. It's
Notre Dame looked really good.
They looked very good.
Really good.
Very, very good. And now it's that. Where's this game at? Is it indoors?
At the Superdome. But we were just talking about it. That's why I think the momentum shifts back.
Sugar Bowl, All-State Sugar. That's in Atlanta, right?
Yep. So Georgia, basically a home game for Georgia. That's where they have the SEC championship games. They've been here millions of times, boys. We've seen this movie. Let's just not overthink it.
How the fuck they put them in Georgia every single time? It's bullshit.
Georgia.
That's SEC. They need one team down there.
Georgia.
I feel like nobody's talked about Texas really, though.
We'll talk about them after we talk about Penn State Boise. You think Boise's going to beat it? We already know your answer. I don't want to talk to you about it because we just heard you. Yeah, Boise.
Genty ball. He's going to go for 250 on their dumbasses. I pray for their downfall. Hey, as much as, I respect Saquon. I love you, Saquon. Great guy, great player. Micah, great guy, great player. Yeah. We're going to stop naming names before. Anyway, Penn State, take them down. I didn't even realize, it didn't even register in my brain that these teams had bye weeks. It's low-key lit that Boise and now Arizona State, Texas. Texas is low-key. People are sleeping on Texas, too, because they look nice.
They had a run game for once. But back to Penn State, Boise.
Sorry,
Boise for me, too. That's all I got. Boise all day. After I just went on a Big Ten rant. I am so back and forth. You guys have to hate me.
I'm a mess. Running back, though. The run game is lethal. And Boise State took Oregon down to the wire.
Yeah.
That's what people don't talk about. They're like, they don't play anybody. They're undefeated besides Oregon. And they took them it was a 3-point game. So let's not act like Boise State can't play with the big boys. SMU didn't have any big win on their resume.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
We talked about this, D. No. I agree, bro. We talked about this, D, before we were on air. You were saying Penn State's defense, though, that's going to be the difference. And I agree, but I still think that at some point Genty's going to break one. He's too good not to. With numbers like that all season long and that consistency, he's good for one. And that's all he needs, really. One 50-yard bomb right there can really be the difference in that game, at least for momentum. And in the quarterback, we talked about it for Boise, where people are sleeping on him. 22 touchdowns and only 3 picks. That's like Aaron Rodgers MVP level. Without, maybe 18 more touchdowns would be nice. But still, he's playing ball. People are forgetting about him, getting overshadowed.
Yeah, I mean, Genty's the type of runner. He's just going to wear you down. He's going to get maybe 3, 6, 7 yards, and then he goes crazy in the second half, and he'll bust a few big runs. So, I just was looking at the line, and I am appalled by the disrespect of 10.5 points. I mean,
that's 10.5 points. Like, what
that actually might have just pissed me off a little bit.
Yeah, it makes me want to root for Boise even more. Like, they're really trying.
I was on the fence because, like, the not overcomplicating it type thing. Yep. Let's look at this: Penn State, Boise State. They have better players than recruits and all of those things at Penn State. You stack the box, you try your best to take away Genty. What else do they have? They seem to be a pretty one-dimensional team. But don't disrespect them like that.
No. Plus,
don't disrespect them like that.
Yeah. Plus, Genty, shout out to Sack's family. He's underneath the umbrella. But, dude, this is his revenge tour. He got full-blown robbed in the Heisman. We all know it. Travis is unbelievable, and he is very well-deserving, but we all know that was very close to robbery in a lot of ways. Dude broke his smashing Reggie Bush's numbers, who's in our eyes the greatest running back ever in probably college football history. And I know the game's different, but he plays at Boise and he's just pounding the rock like an old school back. There's not much difference, and he's obliterating numbers. Competition, sure, you can say it's not that great, but this is where we're going to see. Like, he's going to match up against a Big Ten team.
I agree. I think he should have won it, but I don't think it was like a robbery. I don't think it was a robbery in my opinion. Travis Hunter's a unicorn. You know what I mean? The things he did, being an elite corner and an elite receiver at the same time, playing that many snaps, has literally never been done. So that's where I think what made him over the top and how freakish he is and the plays he makes, and that the goal line forcing the phone. He's done some shit this year that you're like, damn, yeah, this motherfucker different. Yeah. Genty, and I agree, Genty's unbelievable. Like, he should have won in my opinion. But like, I've seen some stats where like they pulled up Toby Gerhardt's year when he didn't win the Heisman. Toby Gerhardt had the same kind of numbers. You know what I mean? Like there's been a lot of running backs that have had 2K plus that like low key get because they're not at the biggest school, and it's just it happens like that. But if you have a guy who's like setting records or doing something that's never been done, typically they lean towards picking that person. It's like with in NBA with the triple doubles. When Russell was doing that, he was going to win the MVP no matter what. And Jokic, when he's, you know what I mean? It's like, so
it'll be interesting. We'll see what he does. D, what's your final say?
10.5 points.
I know. I'm gonna take the points then. I'm gonna root for Boise. It's going to be tough for me to come out Moneyline King. We all know that's my name. I didn't come up with it. It was appointed to me, Moneyline King. But I would like to root for Boise. It could go either way there. So I'm going to take the points to 10.5. Maybe I'll buy them up to 14.5.
I like that.
I'll ride with the boys.
Lastly is Texas, Arizona State, but I think we're all in agreement what's going to happen there. Yeah, Texas.
Yeah.
It takes balls to sack a quarterback. It takes Sax underwear to support your balls. I've teamed up with Sax as their newest ambassador to bring you game-changing underwear. Sax underwear is versatile and comfortable. I wear it to train, hang out, and even sleep. They've got a pair for everything, and it allows me to be limitless every day. Use my code, TheRush24, for 15% off at Sax.com. Sax underwear with the ballpark pouch changes the game, period.
D, I feel like this is a great show, by the way, so far, but I feel like we need to get to the dog of the day. You know, maybe throw Rushman, get our big boy off the feet.
This one's a clear runaway. Ironically, it's a Georgia Bulldog being the dog of the day again. But our dog of the day is Brock Bowers. Mm-hmm. This is a problem. Over 100 catches. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Let me start that dog of the day.
But dog of the day, Brock Bowers. 100 catches, over 1,000 yards. As a rookie tight end, he's a freak, bro. He's unguardable. You can't guard him one-on-one. He's a mismatch. He's too big. He's too fast, too quick. He's a matchup nightmare. So big shout out to Brock Bowers. Another 11 catches, 99 yards. Just keep setting records. I think he should be, without a doubt, be the offensive rookie of the year. I know they typically give it to quarterbacks, but what Brock has done, there's no argument. He's doing shit that nobody has done. And he just got to keep chopping up because that dude is a problem, and he's going to be a problem for a long time. So big shout out to our dog of the day, my boy, Brock Bowers.
Let's go, Brock. Bro. The catch he had down on his shoelaces out in the flat was one of his better catches, I think, all year long, and it'll get overlooked, but that is so hard.
Yeah, and, bro, the one catch he had, it was like a 4-yard gain. The dude is all over him. They threw it to him, and he snagged it with one hand. It was so casual, he didn't even realize it. I'm like, this.
Yeah. That's a guy they should build an offense around right there.
Hell yeah.
He's a problem.
He's diffy. That's to say the least.
Who would you say his player comp is, low key, Max? To like a Travis Kelce? Would you put him in like a Rob Gronkowski? How would you compare his game to any other legends, or do you think he's just his own different breed?
Yeah, I think he's when you got guys like that are like generational. He's just different. He's his own version of a lot of different players. You know what I mean? It's like he reminds me of like a big ass Hunter Renfrow, that tight end. But he's physical as like he could low key block a little bit. He could, you know what I mean? He could do everything.
I thought you were going to say Dallas Clark.
I thought you were gonna. I didn't ask like the look-alike, but we were just saying. Who's he play like?
Just the way he moves. He's always open and he catches everything. Like that was like Hunter when he was, in his prime. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I don't know. He's a total package. That kid is going to be a Pro Bowler and All Pro for many years.
He's a problem.
He's been a dog of the day many times.
He's my fantasy tight end in all three teams.
Love that for you, D, and for Brock. Yeah. And for the Raiders. All three of the people I love that for.
Everybody. We love everybody.
Everybody love everybody.
ELE. I got a ring too. It says love. Everyone just turns. Hey, I got a ring too. It says love.
Let's get into our Rushman of the day here, and we'll wrap this thing up.
All right, let's do it.
Remember, always wrap that thing up.
Yeah,
I knew something fucking dumb was coming.
No.
Shout
Oh, it's good advice. We're giving out game today, so
Thank you.
Raptor Willie, don't be silly.
Yes.
Anyway, who's Chris Jenkins is on what team? Everyone knows this. My favorite segment of the day, our Rushman of the week. We have 3 Rushmen, all very underrated, but really solid players. I'm excited to get this list rocking and rolling. So coming in at number 3, OG. I just looked this up yesterday. I believe he's 33 years old, 33, 34 years old. I'm like, holy shit, he's been in the league for a minute. And this dude has been doing it at a high level for a long time. He's a Swiss Army knife. You can move him around all over the defense. He's a super smart player. Robbie Leonard always has his Kyle Van Noy stories. He had him in Miami. But this dude is, and I think he had him in Baltimore as well. But this dude, Kyle Van Noy, he's just consistent, bro. He shows up the last couple of years, been close to double digits every year, and he just got into the double-digit sack crew again. 5 tackles, 1.5 sacks, the TFL, and a huge win versus Steelers. So big shout out to Kyle Van Noy. You are number 3 Rushman of the week, brother.
Let's go, baby.
Great win over the
OG.
Steelers. Great win over the Steelers.
Nice, T.
OG. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Coming in at number 2. Got to get up for the big boys. I know Darian is always preaching on we need to get the big guys involved and show them their love and support. So coming in at number 2, we got Chris Jenkins Jr., big boy for the Cincinnati Bengals. 2-piece chicken nugget and 2 tackles coming in, having a huge game, and the Bengals win again. They have a very slight chance of getting in, but there is a possibility. And Joe Burrow and those boys are starting to play some good ball, to say the least. But Chris Jenkins, 2-piece for a big boy. That's always a great day. Big shout out to you, brother. You're number 2 Rushman of the week.
Let's go. Shout out to the Bengals.
Bengals. And this dude, I knew it, and I've said it multiple times. The most slept on edge rush duo this upcoming year is going to be Andrew Van Ginkel and Jonathan Grenard. Both those dudes are ballers. They've been on our show a lot. Grenard has been on a few times. Van Ginkel's been on a few times. Yep. Both guys are ballers, and sometimes don't get the love and respect that they deserve. But this dude, Andrew Van Ginkel, let me tell you, he's a fucking baller, bro. He's a problem. I knew when they signed to Miami or signed to Minnesota from Miami, he's getting back with Flores in a system he knows, and Flores knows how to use him the right way and move him around. And he plays all over the place. It was going to fit like a glove. So shout out to OJ. And shout out to Andrew Van Ginkel because he had 5 tackles and a 2-piece as well on Sunday. And he is our number 1 Rushman of the week. Big shout out to you, Gank. Good job, man.
Dinky. That a boy.
Yeah, it was good.
You almost lost me there.
Yeah.
Sorry. Got excited.
All right.
So I've been searching forever for a protein shake with clean ingredients that actually taste good. I got introduced to Slate protein drinks by my brother, Dana White, and I was hooked immediately. Slate is hands down the best protein shake on the market. It tastes incredible. All of the flavors are incredible, but I can't stop drinking the French vanilla, which legit tastes like melted ice cream. What I eat can have huge effects on my performance, so I'm always paying attention to what I'm putting in my body. Each can of Slate has 20 grams of protein, 100 calories, and only 1 gram of sugar. I drink 2 of them, actually, after every workout, and I drink 2 every single morning. And that is not a lie. I know I'm an investor, and I know I'm part of the team, but I'm telling you the truth because Slate is a part of my everyday routine. Plus, it's made with no artificial ingredients. That means no artificial sweeteners or flavors. I drink Slate every single day, and now my teammates are drinking it as well. If you're looking for a pick-me-up, Slate has a line of high-protein iced coffees that have 20 grams of protein plus as much caffeine as 2 cups of coffee. I mean, it's a double whammy. Unbelievable. Start your day the right way. Sometimes, instead of the coffee, I'll grab the mocha latte to get extra protein in the morning. You can find Slate everywhere at retailers nationwide, including Walmart, Target, Kroger, Safeway, and Albertsons. Looking to get Slate delivered directly to your door? Get 15% off your order on slatemilk.com with code RUSHPOD. That's RUSHPOD. Go get that right now. Slate Milk, best protein shakes in the game.
That's a hell of an episode. It's great to be back with the boys. Wow, talk your shit and bring us home. And wish everybody a happy holidays here.
Yes, God. And Max, gear them up for what's going to be coming in the off season with the Rush too.
Oh yeah, I would love that. First off, Merry Christmas, everybody, and a happy holidays. Best time of the year. About 2 days before, I guess when this release will be Christmas Eve. So everyone tune in while you're sitting at your house, got a nice fire going, you're sitting around with the family. Just turn on the Rush, subscribe, comment, like, have a couple good laughs, and enjoy the show. But we appreciate you guys, and we love y'all, and y'all are doing everything in y'all's ability to be the best fans that you could possibly be. And we appreciate you for that by continuously showing up. So, holiday season. We got a lot coming with the Rush as well. We got off season coming up soon. So we're going to have all type of guests. We're going to make our trips. We're going to have a couple trips. Obviously, I'm going to be shut down for a little bit, but
we got a new podcast studio being put up in your house.
That is true. My house will be done in about, I believe, April, May-ish. And I got full-blown studio, so it's going to be updated. We're going to have guests come through. It's going to be incredible. So we're definitely looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to getting my new house. I know it's off topic, but just so you brought it up, I'm excited for that as well. Anyways, we got a lot of great things coming with the Rush. We appreciate you guys being patient with us. I know I had to get surgery. I got some injuries. I didn't want to freak anybody out. Obviously I made a little hiatus. I didn't want anyone to panic or do anything, but I wanted you guys to hear from me. So I wanted it to be straight from the horse's mouth, and we made that happen like we always do. So we appreciate y'all. And that's all we got. I mean, you guys have an incredible Christmas. Like we said, there is always opportunities to rise, and when it's darkest, it means the brightest days are coming. So for me, don't worry about me. I'm going to be incredible to the fans, to everybody tuning in. We love y'all, and we're going to keep pushing out content nonstop from here on out. So we love y'all, and we out of here.
Peace. Merry Christmas.
Walk up in this bitch like, yeah, I'm really him.